MD here with some more DSA content. Today I'm going to be going over all of the leaders in the game to date and let you know who you should really go after, whether you're free to play or whether you're willing to open the purse strings a little bit and spend some money. Coming in at number 16 as the worst leader in the game is Hopper, and as you can see, he's going to give Wild's teammate a gain of 8% bonus tenacity. Tenacity helps prevent harmful effects, but what makes this character so terrible in their leadership ability is that it's specific only to Wilds. And as we look at the available roster of Wild's characters, you're gonna see that there's really not that many characters that are gonna have good synergy with one another right now. Coming in at number 15 is Maui, and what makes his leadership ability so terrible is the fact that it only is applicable to oceanic characters, and it's only a 10% increase gain to have oceanic characters assist. Pretty bad. Let's move on. Coming in at number 14 is Woody from Toy Story. And again, he gives a gain to tenacity, and you can see with Toy Story characters, he's going to give a significant gain to tenacity, but if you're going to go the Toy Story route, Peep is infinitely better, and you're going to want to go with her instead of Woody. Coming in at number 13 is Hiro Hamada, and while his ability seems to be good on the surface because speed is the most important attribute that you're going to want to pay attention to, it is only applicable to tech teammates. And as of right now, Hiro Hamada is the only tech teammate in the game, which makes his leadership ability next to worthless. Coming in at number 12 is Mr. Incredible, and much like Woody, there's a much better Incredibles leader in Elastigirl. So if you're gonna go the route of building an Incredibles team, then you're gonna wanna go with Elastigirl and not Mr. Incredible. Coming in at number 11 is Lotso from Toy Story, and while his effects are really good with adding 20% maximum health, gives offense up, gives life drain at the start of battle, his effects and his leadership is only specific to Club Conquest. So if you're building a team for Club Conquest, specifically around Toy Story villains, it could dominate. But that's a very specific team that you'd be building. So on the overall picture, his leadership ability is not that great. Coming in at number 10 is Simba, and you're gonna see that he provides 20% bonus maximum health, which is really good. However, what makes it limited and not one of the better leaders in the game is the fact that it's only when defending in Club Wars. Let's move on. Coming in at number 9 is Elastigirl. She's gonna provide a bonus to crit chance. And it's really insignificant at 2% when it's applied to other teammates. But if you build an Incredibles team, she's going to be the way you want to go. She's going to provide 14% extra bonus crit chance to incredible team members. Coming in at number 8 is Judy Hopps. Now we're starting to get into some of the better leaders in the game, so I'm going to give a little bit more context on what makes them really good and how you're going to want to use them. Judy Hopps is going to give plus 8% dodge chance to Downtown Hero. With this said, there's a ton of Downtown heroes, as you can see, that you could pair Judy Hopps up with and set on defense in Club Conquest and be really effective. Coming in at number 7 is Dr. Facilier. Now what makes him so good is the fact that he's going to increase potency. Now potency is the ability to put negative or harmful effects on enemy units. You can see that this effect only applies to downtown villains. But as you can see, that's not a problem. There's plenty of downtown villains that cause harmful effects that you could pair Dr. Facilier with. Personally, I would pair him with the Big Bad Wolf, Demona, Chunk, and Randall. That'll create a really solid team that's throwing out harmful effects all the time, and it's gonna be really annoying and difficult for opponents to defeat. Coming in at number 6 is Syndrome. And while his ability only increases critical strike by 4%, the reason that he's a little bit higher up on my leader rankings is the fact that it applies to all villain teammates. Here's a list of all the villains from highest crit chance to lowest. Obviously, if you're a player spending on characters, there's quite a few characters in here that you could pair with Syndrome to be really effective. However, there's also some characters in here that are really friendly to the free-to-play player, like Shan Yu, Mordu, Pete, and of course Jangles if you need a tank to round that squad out with. Coming in at number 5 is Pocahontas. Now you're gonna see that the statistic gains that she gives to hero characters are really good in terms of offense and defense. So you can pretty much pair her with any hero units and it's going to really boost their stats. The downside to Pocahontas, however, is that she's a difficult character to unlock for the free-to-play player. Coming in at number 4 is one of the best leaders in the game in Peep. You're gonna see that she provides all teammates, whether they're heroes or villains, with an 8% offensive bonus gain. As if that wasn't significant enough, if you're building a Toy Story specific team, those Toy Story teammates, whether they be villains or heroes again, are gonna gain 20% bonus offense, adding up to a 28% offensive gain for Toy Story characters. The Toy Story team, led by Peep, can be one of the most devastating teams in the entire game. Again, the downside is that she's not friendly to the free-to-play player. So you're gonna have to spend some money or open those purse strings a little bit in order to gear this character up and star them to the point where they're gonna be competitive in the arena and in Club Conquest. Coming in at number 3 is Ariel, and I have her ranked so high in my leadership rankings because she's extremely friendly to the free-to-play player to collect her shards and max her out. In addition to this, she's gonna provide all teammates, again, whether they're heroes, villains, whatever their faction is, with 8% bonus maximum health. This is really significant in terms of survivability, and you really can't go wrong if you're going to collect Ariel and use Ariel as your leader. Coming in at number 2 is probably the best free-to-play friendly leader in the entire game in Shan Yu. The reason I have him so high is not only the viability for the free-to-play player, but you're gonna see that he's gonna provide 8% bonus speed. Yes, it's tailored specifically to Kingdom characters, and I'll get into that in a moment, but speed is the attribute that you really want to go after in Disney Sorcerer's Arena. In terms of Kingdom teammates to pair Shan Yu with, Aladdin and Jasmine become very obvious and almost must-have teammates for Shan Yu. And to round that squad out, you'd want to put Genie and Sorcerer Mickey in there for the ideal blend. Those 5 characters are actually one of the best arena teams in the game as of now. So if you're free to play, that's the route I would advise you to go. Go after Shan Yu, Aladdin, and Jasmine, and eventually round that squad out with Sorcerer Mickey and Genie. Coming in at number 1 and the best leader in the entire game is gonna be Anna from Frozen. As you can see, her leadership skills are these giant blocks of text, which are gonna basically make Kristoff go over and over and over because of the speed gain. And in addition, when any teammate, doesn't have to be Frozen specific, falls below 60% health, you're gonna see that they're gonna gain defense up, they're gonna gain healing over time, they're gonna restore 10% of their maximum health, and they're gonna extend some sort of helpful effect on them for an additional turn. As you can see over in tier 3 of her leadership, that health gain is going to be plus 5% per Frozen character that you have on your team. So if you're building a Frozen squad, you could potentially have Kristoff going at 100% bonus speed, plus whenever any of those Frozen teammates fall below 60% health, they're gonna immediately gain back 25% of their maximum health. There's no question that at this point in time, the Frozen squad led by Anna is the meta. It's the most powerful squad in the game and it's almost unbeatable. And the only downside of Anna is the fact that she's not free to play friendly. But if you're willing to spend money, that's the direction I would definitely advise you to go in. Hopefully this video helps you to figure out what leader you really want to go after in building your squad for Disney Sorcerer's Arena. If you want more nerdy content from me, check out my other YouTube channel called IMO. There's a link to that in the description of this video. Otherwise, we'll catch you next time.